where sports take center stage, four voices rise above the noise. Welcome to the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, where raw meets real, honesty has no off-season, and nothing gets sugar-coated. Hosted by Todd, Maddie, Dominic, and Randy. This isn't just another sports talk show. It's your weekly dose of unapologetic truth, gut-busting comedy, and hard-hitting analysis. From recaps to pick'ems, we break down the game like it's 4th and inches. No filters, no excuses. Just sports the way it was meant to be. Buckle up. This is the Unfiltered Sports Podcast.
Hey, how's everybody doing on this week 17 of the Unfiltered Sports Podcast? I'm your host, Todd Fox, along with, to my right, Dominique from Catella Chronicles.
What's up, folks? Welcome to the Elimination Couch Week.
Absolutely. To his right, we have the aforementioned Cowboy fan, 1-star rated, Matt.
You chopped up for saying that, man. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas break, I guess, and Thanksgiving. Not Thanksgiving, winter break, you know what I mean? Whatever.
And then to his right, the best and happiest Jets fan I know, Randy, give me more Rodgers. Yay!
Yeah!
Yay! 40-14, bitches.
Rodgers is the answer, everybody. And by the way, I think it's someone's birthday in the comments. Whose birthday is it?
Miss Sonia, a.k.a. Nats fan. Happy birthday.
Shout out to our girl from Washington. Well, she's a Washington Commanders fan. I always forget where she's at. But
congrats to her, too, by the way. Shit.
Hell yeah, she's loving that.
Hold it, by the way. You're welcome.
Yeah. Commanders fan as we speak. But let's get to the meat and potatoes tonight. We're going to tell you how we do things before we get into who's leading in the picks, who's not leading in the picks, which spoiler alerts me. And then we got the fans as well and who won the week. But before we do that, we're going to give you a quick breakdown of how we do the show. We're going to do our top 2 stories after we get to who's in the lead. Then we're also going to break down our teams. Then we're going to get into the rest of the games. And then it's our 20-second rapid fire picks where you too can get off the couch we're on as well. Hopefully your team's not on the couch, but you can give us your picks for the week and see how you did next week. So with that being said, Randy, producer to the stars, let us know who won the week for the fans first before you get to us.
I shall do that. All right. Starting off with Sonia, 14-2, first place. Once again, the birthday girl owns it. And how about second place, Grill Master coming in at 13-3. Mario with tiebreaker points takes third place at 12-4, dropping Mateo down there to fourth place at 12-4, and Rob coming in at fifth place at 11-5. Overall, Sonia's 168-74, Mateo's 134-60, Mario improves to 132-61, Rob to 104-45, and Matt 76-28. And real quick for the birthday girl.
Way to go, Nats fan.
All right, now Todd's favorite portion of the show.
Wait, did I win 2 weeks in a row?
Did I win?
He's the dominator, common denominator. Every week he wins, just a stone cold operator. A bad son of a gun, yeah, he's sharp as a tack. He wakes up pissing excellence, ain't no denying the fact. Nobody can touch him, he's the king of the game. Dominic Lorenz putting these pick'em chumps to shame. Dominic Lorenz, yeah, he's breaking the mold. Running the table, playing fierce and bold. When it's pick'em time, he's the man with a plan, making every call like he's holding the hand. Ain't no chance he'll miss, he's ahead of
You like how I just let his face sit there?
You really did. You didn't just let it ride, man.
All with Todd in mind. And the King, once again, comes in first place. I swear I wrote that song back in week 7? I basically freaking told or predicted the future with those fucking lyrics, man. I mean, the guys owned it the whole fucking year. Again, coming in first place at 15-1. Matt, he's used to that second place spot, coming in at 12-4. Todd in unique, uncharted waters, third place for the week, 12-4.
Really?
And I'm coming up in the rear butthole toilet bowl position at 11-5. Overall, Dominic, untouchable, probably going to get to 200 wins next fucking week. 183-72. Matt improves to 165-90. There I am at third place at 157-98, and Todd 155 and reaches the century mark in losses, and his Seahawks are eliminated.
Hey, I'm first to triple digits. Got to give me that.
Dom, take your bow, sir.
It's beauty. It's great. It's Mr. United States.
All I gotta say is we have to have a season one. Like obviously Dominator's got the season wins, the champion, but we should do a playoff edition as well. I think we should hit zeros.
I get a first round bye. That's all I know. We all good.
Dom don't get to play.
I think. Hey, you watch your potty mouth. Well, with that being said, we've seen what's been going on this season. It's been very fun. We're going to do this again next season, so we're all jazzed up. It's sad we're down to the last week after this week, and we'll see where we all stand because there's still a chance. You're telling me there's a chance I can get out of last place. We'll see. But Dominic's got this one locked up big time. So,
what pick did you get wrong, Dom?
That would be the Colts and Giants.
Fucking
I think everybody got that one.
Lousy team.
Yeah.
Who loses to the Giants?
Well, let's talk about that because that'll lead into our first story.
That was a shocker.
Who lost more in this draft with winning? Now, the Raiders have won 2 in a row. This is one of our top stories. I'm going to throw it out there and see what you guys think. Was it the Giants or was it the Raiders winning 2 in a row? Because now the Giants have slipped into the 2 spot. But does that affect them really? Because do you see New England getting a quarterback again? And also with the Raiders now winning, I think they're dropped down to 6 or 7, something like that. So, guys, want to start off, Dominic, since you're in the league? Who made the worst move by winning?
I think looking at what quarterbacks are out there, and quarterbacks is the name of the game right now, I'd have to say the Raiders. Because the Raiders pretty much own the number 1, maybe 2 pick just 2 weeks ago, picking up some wins. The Giants, even though they fall from the 1 spot to what would you say 3 or 4 slot in that sense, somewhere in that realm, they can still go get either Ward or Sanders because New England's not going to take a quarterback and Tennessee's probably not going to take a quarterback because they gave Will Levis a deal already. So the Giants, as long as they don't win this upcoming week, I believe it's against the Commanders or Eagles or whoever they're playing, they'll be fine. I think it's the Raiders that had the biggest loss because if they're down to 7, if not 8 or 9, you're not going to get those top 2 quarterbacks, and you're going to have to fight for whoever the heck is next because we ain't talking about anybody but Cam Ward and Sanders at this point.
Matt.
I think it's the Raiders, man, because they pretty much controlled their destiny all season because no one expected them to win 2 in a row. So, and we all knew they were, tanking for Shador. So I think it's definitely the Raiders. I mean, if I'm the Giants, knowing them, they'll probably draft somebody in the 6th round, and get them a quarterback somewhere, or draft late and get them a random quarterback like they did Daniel Jones. So I don't know. So, but yeah, definitely the Raiders because they pretty much were controlling their own destiny. I'm with you. I don't think the Patriots are going to draft a quarterback. They got their quarterback in May. And the Jets, I don't know what they're going to do. We leave that to Randy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what the Jets are going to do. But yeah, definitely.
Hey, don't be so disrespectful, okay?
I'm giving all the disrespect. I want to hear what Randy got to say.
Hey, honestly, I'm gonna agree with all you guys. I definitely think it's the Raiders. Like, I'm gonna piggyback off what Dom said. It's quarterback driven. You know, they kind of fall to probably 6, 7, possibly even 8, depending on how the season plays out. The Giants, you know, as long as they can lose, they don't lose too much ground, so they have a chance to probably get one of those top 2. Instead of drafting a quarterback and, you know, possibly having the cheap contract for a couple of years while you build around them, you're probably looking at either, depending on what Minnesota does, either paying a fat contract to Sam Darnold to come and be your quarterback, or giving up a whole lot to maybe go getting J.J. McCarthy or whatever. So, yeah, I think it's the Raiders.
Okay, those are interesting takes right there. And real quick on the Giants, though, they scored 45 against a really good Colts team. We'll talk more about that game. It took them 4 games to get 45 prior to that. So, wow.
Really good Colts team?
Well, I mean, really good defense. Defense.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's move on to story 2, and let's talk about the draft, upcoming draft. All the focus is on Cam Ward and Shedeur, like you guys were saying. However, there are a lot of quarterbacks who are coming out that are being overlooked, including the Oregon quarterback. You got the Texas quarterback, players like that. And my question to you is, guys, the stock on Caleb Williams last year was so high. He was anointed without winning anything in the Pac-12. Shedeur, same thing. Didn't win anything in the Big 12 or whatever the hell they call that conference now. They got spanked in their last game by BYU. Cam Ward gets a record in Miami. Again, they didn't win anything either. And he quits on his team and refuses to play the rest of the bowl game. Guys, there's some mental aspects to drafting quarterbacks. Does those qualities affect this year's draft?
Well, it should. But most NFL GMs are going to negate that factor and say, we know what they play. They didn't need to prove anything like Ward in the second half of the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which, P.S., that is a great marketing scheme, that bowl game. I just want to put it out there. Great marketing from the Pop-Tarts Bowl. But
that's real?
That is real.
It was.
I legit thought you were making fun of it.
The trophy had a live toaster in it. I'm just putting it out there. It was great.
Welcome to 2025.
These GMs and these front office personnel, they just look what's on paper and they see, okay, this guy's a flash in college. It's going to easily translate to the NFL. We want clicks. We want transcending talent. That's what they believe. Look at what the Giants did with, Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley. It's what's going to transcend the game. And I think, honestly, at the end of the day, what the thing that is ruining the transition from college to pros is NIL deals and the transfer portal. It don't matter. You don't need loyalty. You don't need statistics on paper. It's what have you done for me now and most recently. And that's why a lot of these players, like the Caleb Williams that was anointed the Messiah, and probably the same thing that's going to happen to Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders and whoever else is going to, fill in college player name there, it's going to be a bigger problem. So yes, the NFL gets screwed, but you got to start looking at it from the ground up. And it's what's going on in college right now with NIL and transfer portal that's screwing this whole system up moving forward.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Matt.
I'll give you that. I will say this. I always felt last year Caleb Williams wasn't going to be that great in the NFL. However, I feel a little different with Shedeur. And the only reason is because he has a father who has taught him since the youth up, who played in the NFL. So he might be a little bit NFL ready, only in that aspect. But I'm with you guys. I think these new NFL, these college players are getting anointed without even doing anything. And it is bad for the NFL. I mean, like you said, you get these entitled babies, so to speak, and they go into the NFL and then they poop their pants, So it is bad for the NFL. But I will say, I think for some reason, I think Shedeur might be a little better. I think he might not be instantly great, but I think he's going to have a better career than Caleb Williams for sure. And Travis Hunter right now, hey, man, he's actually legit. I don't know about his girlfriend, but he's actually legit. You know what I'm saying? So somebody got to get into his head and say, hey, man, Drop her.
Yeah, I would definitely draft Travis Hunter over any quarterback.
Travis Hunter absolutely looks like he might be NFL ready. The dude is a freak of nature.
Absolutely.
He's a freak of nature. So he might be the only one. But do you risk drafting him number one? I don't think so. Nowadays you got to go quarterback. If
Pats could, like James said.
It depends on the way the draft, draft order happens. Now that the Giants, Giants and Raiders kind of played themselves out of that one spot, Hunter now becomes potentially a number one overall pick at this point. And Mateo, no. Niners don't need any more media circus, please.
Hunter also leads the college league in goofy smiles. What you got, Randy?
No, yeah, I think shit like this is really bad for the league because, a lot of these guys, it's like, with the NIL pays and all this transfer portal and shit, like these players, they're a lot different than they were back in the, like, at least back then, if you were a bust, it's because you fucking suck. Nowadays, a lot of these guys don't come in, and I almost want to guarantee, like, I think these guys will be just as shitty. Maybe not as shitty as Caleb Williams. That guy just sucks, man. And USC quarterbacks typically do. I don't give a fuck about Sam Darnold, all right? Anyways, no, I just and when these guys come in the league and they don't give a shit and they're maybe, like I said, it's bad for the league, and it's just more bullshit at the top of the draft, and with lousy fucking quarterback play, and that's the big problem in this goddamn league is lousy quarterback play for the most part of it. So something's got to change. Like I said, like I don't know who was talking about it. Like maybe the NFL does need to get to a draft lottery or some bullshit, but like this is really bad for the league when you got top quarterbacks constantly at the top of the fucking draft and they don't pan out.
I totally agree with you guys. All three of you guys make great, valid points. My personal perception on this or interpretation, I think there should be a base salary, like for the highest played college football player shouldn't be getting more than $500K a year. That way they're not blowing their heads up and they're not, screwing with the game, not honoring the game, because you don't want these guys. You don't want this to turn into the NBA, where they don't respect the game. You want these guys to respect the game. And I think they do if you keep them honest. If you pay them too early, if you give them all the endorsements, what are they going to go to the NFL to play for?
Yeah.
So,
where you at, Goodell? Let's protect the shield, remember, motherfucker?
Exactly.
Like if you think about it, that's why for all those years that Alabama was so successful and Nick Saban was there, why do you think Nick Saban left? He was pretty adamant. He and his wife he knew what was coming up, and his wife came up to him after a supposed upcoming players barbecue that they host at their house every year. And what did every single player and family member come up to them and said? Not how are you going to develop my son? How are you going to prep him for the NFL? Is how are you going to make my child more money?
Yeah,
that was it. Nothing about football. And at that point, he said, "I'm done. I've done my time." That's where we are now in 24, going on 2025.
And we'll see what happens because either the NFL is going to strike or college football is going to strike. And I know it's not a league or something like that, but they're going to try to put some halt to it because this playoff system will generate more revenue. But again, these colleges also depend on football making them money and building their campuses. And so there's got to be some sort of line in the sand. But we can talk about that all day. Let's get to the real excitement. The best game of the week. We're going to rip that Band-Aid off. We're going to talk about a game that if you listen quiet, if you turn down the volume and you listen carefully, you could still hear them punting in Chicago as the Bears and Mario's. How about them the Bears? Lose to my Seahawks.
You sound like you're going to say, how about them Cowboys?
How about Seattle scoring the game-winning field goal in midway through the second quarter?
What was the final score, Todd?
6-3. And real quick, as I'm there's not much to talk about in this game. But I'll take that timer, Randy, and I won't use all of it. But I'll just say this. Geno Smith is not the answer, and Geno we do not trust. I'm done with that guy. If we bring in Darnold, if we do what, Matt or Randy said about, McCarthy giving up a couple prospects for him, I'm good with that. I'm good with drafting a quarterback and signing a veteran, a bridge gap. I'm good with drafting offensive line. This team showed me they could play defense all season. I think with an exception of 2 games, they were embarrassing. Yeah, James Gonzalez says 6-3. Myers had 2 3-run homers for the Seahawks. But this team can play defense. And they played good enough to beat the Vikings, but again, stupid mistakes, bad offensive line play, and I think a little bit goes to the offensive coordinator. But with that being said, this was an embarrassing win. The last time I saw a game like this involving my Seahawks, touchdown Jesus, Charlie Whitehurst was quarterbacking the Seahawks in Cleveland, where we lost the game 6-3 to the Browns and Colt McCoy.
Back.
So, yeah, we suck. So we lose out, and then every other team that we needed to win lost. So, yeah, our season's over, and I gave away my tickets for this Sunday's game because why do I want to go to a glorified preseason game? So with that being said, thoughts on my shitty Seahawks and Mario's shitty I was going to say Cubs.
But you won, Todd Fox.
The Cubs were, you won, but
You won. You should be a little more happy, man.
No, it doesn't, because
No.
under Gino, this will be our third straight year of 9-7 football, 9-8 football.
no, like Rally Chris just said, Todd's happy a little bit because he doesn't have to paint his nails like Caleb Williams. But
That's not all we won.
the short and sweet.
See, I
version-
told you.
The short and sweet version of it. I thought the Niners-Rams game the week before was a bad Thursday night game. Thank you for unthroning my 49ers in that case scenario.
We held your beer for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I think, Gino's, I don't know if they're going to have the balls to pull him out of a starting role and get a new quarterback. They should. I think if they do, give Kirk Cousins a call. He can sling that out. You got Njigba, you got DK Metcalf, you got Lockett. That could be a high-powered offense at the end of the day. Just putting it out there.
We'll
Real
see.
quick, apparently we started question time in the middle of the fucking show. So
Wait till we get to the
John.
Niners, Mateo.
Okay, well, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
Go for it, Matt.
Me personally, look, the Seahawks won regardless. I know it was 6-3. It was an ugly game, but they won. Todd, you should be happy. I personally think this is the last time we're gonna see what you call it. I just not Metcalf, the other Lockett.
Lockett.
Yeah, I think this is the last season with Lockett. He's definitely gone. They didn't utilize him at all. It was time where he was just there and he was a decoy. But I think Seattle definitely showed that they can play defense. And yes, it was the Bears. But, hey, we'll see what happens. Keep Gino as a backup.
As a backup.
What is
Randy-
Randy doing?
Why you
Randy-
writing Geno Smith off, bro? First of all, I'm gonna take this opportunity to say I fucking told you all. Todd escapes everything: red thongs, fingernail paintings, you name it. He don't have to ever do it. Get used to it. Second of all, I fell asleep before this game. I woke up about 50 years earlier, or 50 years in the past. That fucking game was atrocious. That's all I got.
Well, I'm good with all those answers because there's no way of defending any of it. So let's talk about another loss, shall we? Because this panel just ate the L's this week. We were Jameis Winston eating them losses. Let's move. And I was going to go, with worst loss, but I got a loss in a win. But let's move over to Dominic. Dominic, let's talk about your 49ers that just finished up tonight.
Yeah, you're welcome.
They actually played a lot better than anybody else's team.
This was a game, but tell us what you've heard. First off, answer Mateo's fucking question.
I'll get to the game, and then I'll
yes,
do Mateo's after. I got you.
Gotcha.
No, this game was way better than expected. I thought the Niners would lose by 20-plus points. Detroit knew they didn't need to win this game because it sets up next week against Minnesota, but they wanted revenge from the NFC title game last year and everything that goes along. Niners played very well. They came out all firing. Brock Purdy tonight, even though he had 2 bad interceptions, overthrown a receiver. But again, you're working with most of your wide receiving core that are typically not first-team reps throughout the season, but you got to make it work. So he still throws for 377 yards, his best overall passing total in his career on a night where the Niners defense was fine in moments, not great moments. It was a very weird game because it looked like the Niners of old where they got down the field in a hurry, scored some points, and looked very good. If you think about it, I'm so being done with our kicker. Moody's got to go. I don't care. Because you lose.
Don't be so disrespectful.
No. How much do you lose by tonight? 6. He misses 2 field goals and an extra point. What does that equal? 7. That's a win. I'm just putting it out there.
You and Steve Elise were yelling. Trust me.
I was looking at the Niners record, and the division is what killed the Niners this year. Truly, the 2 losses to the Rams, the Cardinals, the Seahawks, all winnable games. Things could have changed. We could go on that for days. I was pleasantly surprised with the game tonight. I'll say that. It wasn't a blowout, and they competed and did what they had to do to the best of their abilities. In terms of Brock Purdy, will he get paid this offseason? I think they get it out the way now, and he'll be a 49er. Again, my opinion, I love the guy. I think he is the future for the 49ers because this draft class is not good, and I don't like the free agents that are out there. Do not pay him the biggest salary in football. Make it a blue-collar type mentality, a good deal, not a great deal, but a good deal. Save some money for other things to go around because the Niners want to build.
He might not want that though, dog.
No conversations have happened, so I don't really know where. Like, if you had a gun to my head right now, I'd be like, I don't know what Brock Purdy wants because he can get endorsement deals, he can do a lot of other things, and he seems like that blue collar, not ego man. But after this dysfunctional season,
he gonna want that bag after this season, man.
Although he looked hurt again and couldn't grip a football again.
Exactly. He don't want that bag, man.
He's gonna want the bag, but I'll tell you what, he's gonna get the bag, but he's gonna help the Niners. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He's the fucking 49er starting quarterback, dude. What's he gonna do? Go take a bag from the fucking Jets? Come on, dude.
I agree, but he don't want that bag though, baby.
But he's not going anywhere. If you want, if we're gonna keep it a fucking buck. Brock Purdy ain't going nowhere for at least 10 fucking years. Let's start sucking like a motherfucker the next couple of years.
No, the Niners have the culture. They have the framework. Yes, there's some pieces here and there, injuries and contracts that are coming up that are going to be a difference maker. Every organization can go through that are constantly winning. But once every 5 years, there's a shit year. After the Niners went to the COVID Super Bowl the first time against the Chiefs, didn't make the playoffs the next year. Went to the Super Bowl last year, not making the playoffs. After that, title game, Super Bowl. If we keep that trend up, get healthy.
Hey, by the way, real quick before you guys comment on this game, Dominique, I have to tell you, Steve Elise threw her book on the ground and was very silent after those kicks. And I walked up to her with the straightest face and said, "Did the kicker put you in a bad moody?" And she picked up the book and threw it at me. So.
At least it's an open door, and at least you go through it, unlike our kicker who kicks around the open door. Just saying.
Your set of balls there, buddy.
Hey,
we all know your wife, bro.
It
It
took us 55 minutes last week to get to a dirty joke. Only 27 a day. Very good for us. Good work, people.
Hey, is Shanahan coming back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The owner, GM, everybody, and I know I talked about it last week.
You'd have to be a fucking idiot to break that shit up.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to take too much time, but everybody, the Niners have one bad year, and it's, according to everybody outside the building, the place is on fire. Get rid of everybody. Start from scratch.
No, it's a bit of a retool, and it's a perfect time to fucking lock up a franchise QB
based on the draft and the free agent market.
Fucking A, dude.
But like I said to Todd and Matt last week, and Randy, you could add. I know you weren't here, but you tell me. Buffalo has been notoriously winning, but can't get to the dance. No one talks about their window and burn everything up. Same thing with Green Bay with Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur and his genius. Same thing with the Rams a little bit. Same thing with other bigger teams. Cincinnati. This is the first year maybe people are saying blow it up. But all of these other teams outside of the Niners could have a bad year, and no one's saying blow the whole thing up. Niners have it, and it's everybody's got to go have a fire sale.
What's true?
What are we doing?
Yeah. Plus, you guys had to overcome those curses, so.
It doesn't help. Thanks, Todd. Thank you.
Lots of injuries this year, man.
Yeah,
and it's a fucking weird year for kickers,
this
man.
year for
Jesus.
sure was pretty bad.
Can we just get rid of kickers? I didn't want to originally, but I'm for it.
No, we got a great kicker.
No. All right, so let's move on.
Let's
Unless
just
you
skip
got
my team.
more on
Let's
it,
just
Randy.
skip my team. Don't even talk about it. Let's just skip it.
No, how can we do that? How about them Cowboys?
Woo! How about
The best thing I will say about this game, despite the score 41-7, who knew Kenny Pickett could play? And boy, oh boy, was Jerry Jones getting lit up by those Eagles fans. Not only walking into the stadium, but the entire time.
And you know what? I didn't even care about that. I'm glad they trolled Jerry Jones because, be real with you, he needed it. God damn it. That was embarrassing.
Let's hear about your quarterback. How did the Cowboys do against it? I mean, it was close. They only lost by 34.
You know what? Don't go there and be disrespectful and talk about it was close. It was close in the first quarter, okay, damn it. Other than that, it was just done. It was done.
Minute.
Cooper Rush, I don't think he's beaten the Eagles yet. So I don't know why I picked the Cowboys.
So he's just like Dak then.
No, Dak will play the Eagles. You know what? First of all, stop it. Dak will play the Eagles a lot better, okay? Let me talk about my team, goddammit. Cooper Rush against the Eagles, I think he's like 0-3 or 0-4. He is trash against the Eagles. All I can say is give Eagles credit. Even without Jalen Hurts, they didn't need him. They just demolished us, man. Our turnovers were horrible. The interceptions was horrible. I stopped watching it, honestly, after I think the second quarter, I was like, yeah, this we're done. There's no point in this. There's no way. I know you love Cooper Rush, Teamer 20. Congratulations. You didn't need to blow us up like that. It was an embarrassing loss. 41-7. Come on now. Jesus, I hate losing to the Eagles. And then we get swept by the Eagles. They're going to be talking trash, man. It was a bad game. Cooper Rush sucked. He always does against the Eagles. He had a pretty good stretch those last 4 or 5 games. He played pretty good. He's just – the Eagles are his kryptonite, straight up. I can't even explain it. Rico Dowdle had 1,000 yards for the season. That's the only good thing we can say for the Cowboys this game. Even Saquon had 137 rushing yards. We were trash. That's all I can say. It was a horrible game. It sucked. You guys can laugh all you want. No one gives a crap. We weren't going to make the playoffs, so it didn't matter. And we're going to beat the Commanders this week, so I can rest my head on that. All right, we're going to beat the Commanders. It's going to be a great day. We can move past the Eagles. We got.
Dude, you're getting laughed at by Rally, Chris.
I know. Rally Chris has been hating on me for the past 3 or 4 weeks when I said that his Chargers suck. What they do? All right. That's another time for another day. You know what I'm saying? Another
I bet you they dropped 60 on Dallas.
You know what?
Dom, any thoughts on the Cowboys?
No, you ain't got nothing to say.
Well, I have thoughts, but it's not the Cowboys. No, I think Eagles quarterback Tanner McKee, the guy that came in for Pickett, went to high school with him, got his first touchdown throw, so good for Tanner McKee. Let's see, Saquon Barkley. I know I've been on the Josh Allen train, but I do think it's between Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Saquon Barkley for MVP this year. No doubt about it. And I would say Josh Allen had a decent week, but, foreshadowing, they blew out the Jets. So I don't know how much that went into the consideration. The only exciting part, I think, of this Eagles game was the WWE fight near the tunnel, and that was it. That was it.
That was a good fight, actually.
That was a good brawl for a moment.
What you got, Randy?
I'm going to take my 30 seconds, and I'm just going to leave Rally's Chris comment up here.
Hey, don't do that.
Hey, listen, all I know is the Cowboys suck. Swept by the Eagles. Teamer 20 let us know that.
Of course he did.
Not only to get swept by the Eagles, not only is it a shit season for the Cowboys, but the cherry on top is watching the Commanders make the postseason.
Like
the Commanders.
Okay, Maddie, I'm going to ask you this. You asked me about Shanahan. Is Mike McCarthy staying or
First of all, look, of course he's staying because it's Jerry Jones. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say, man. As long as
Jerry Jones talking nice. Anytime Jerry Jones talking nice, it's bullshit. McCarthy sucks.
So does McCarthy
I
have?
was in favor for getting McCarthy when we first signed him. Now it's like, I will say this: he at least kept the team afloat despite losing Dak early. We had a lot of injuries. being 7-9 after all those injuries, that's pretty decent. That's all I can say. That's the only saving grace I got for him.
Does
Not
McCarthy
even
have
that
one?
is Charles Barkley 2.0 saying guarantee. You're damn right. I'm guaranteeing stuff. Okay, and I guarantee this. Check this out. The Chargers are losing this week. I don't care who they're playing. They can play the Commanders. They'll be playing the Giants. The Chargers are losing.
Riley, Chris, that's a guaranteed dub.
McCarthy's got one eye pointed to the exit of Dallas Cowboys organization and one eye in, so he doesn't know yet, if you know what I mean. So moving on, as all of our teams essentially lost this week, we got to get to the one that looked the worst, and that's not saying much with the Cowboys' performance there,
Why
Matt.
not word that way?
I'm just saying. Aaron Rodgers, and I picked the Jets to win the division by a game. So how smart do I look? The Jets and Aaron Rodgers, Randy, he looked every bit of his 40 years old, my friend. Take it away.
I only need 30 seconds for this bullshit. I'm not taking 2 minutes talking about this sorry ass fucking team. 40-14. I should have called that, last week or whatever.
More than my team.
Come on, man. This team is trash. I don't even know what direction they're going in this offseason. We're talking. There's talks about we're going to interview Ron Rivera as head coach. We are so fucked. I'm done. I'm done with football. I got to deal with the Angels now.
Hey, what's wrong with Juan Rivera? What is wrong with Juan Rivera?
Please. People don't even want Rex Ryan because the NFL passed him up. Ron Rivera hasn't fucking coached in 4 years? Jeez, I'm done with this.
He did pretty good when he was with the Commanders.
Go ahead, take your 30 seconds and jack off all over this piece of shit team. We deserve it.
Hey, look,
Go ahead, Dom.
Go ahead, Dom.
It's blowout city. It's Buffalo. You knew this was happening. It was Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. Josh Allen didn't even he could have, been on the bench and still beat the Jets. It was basically the varsity beating
You for being right.
It was the varsity squad beating the Pee-wee fifth graders. That's the situation right now. And yeah, is Ron Rivera going to be the coach? What the hell? There is turmoil. It's going to take a long time to dissect the Jets because there's going to be a documentary 50 years from now about all this. Hey, watch Aaron Rodgers' documentary and see if you learn a little bit. I don't know.
Jeff Saturday, that's a good candidate. Go ahead.
What?
I ain't got much to say at all. Wait, Jeff Saturday. I ain't got much to say at all. All I'm going to say is bring back Rex Ryan.
Hell yeah.
Maybe they might do good if they bring back Rex Ryan.
Okay.
He likes feet.
I don't care.
I'm on board with that.
He was I went to the division championship.
Well, let's get off our depressing teams. I think we've all taken shots at each other. Let's talk about another loser, and that's LeBron James. Why do I bring him up?
Why are you bringing him up, man?
He quoted saying after his lucky win against another trash team from the past, he came out and said, "Hey, the NBA and Christmas is our day. Sorry, NFL." Okay, ratings at 7.5 million on local television, non-pay-per-view. Netflix is essentially pay-per-view, and they garnered 25 to 26 million per game. Shut the F up, LeBron. Stick to dribbling the basketball. Because the first one of these Netflix games was the Kansas City Chiefs supposedly in a good game with the Steelers. Supposedly going to be a close game, but the Steelers were too busy tearing each other apart, saying this is not Steelers football. There's a problem. Guys are missing assignments, not taking it seriously. And the Chiefs actually did something they haven't done, boys, in a while, and that is win easy.
It's very interesting to hear that Pittsburgh going through a little bit of a momentary turmoil because they've been very good this year. Russell Wilson's had a little bit of a resurgence. That defense was very good at the early onset of the season. The last 4 or 5 weeks, I know they've had tough competition, but it has been a little bit of a train wreck. So we talk about teams needing to up their game going to the postseason. Pittsburgh's kind of flatlining and kind of dipping down in the wrong direction. So They got this week to figure it out, but Cincinnati's going to be raring to go. Not good times for Pittsburgh right now. Not
True.
good times.
None.
Matt.
First of all, don't be so disrespectful to LeBron. The man turned 40 today. Okay, give him some flowers. All right. Let's not disrespect LeBron. Okay?
He has ruined our game that we called the NBA.
Well, first of all, the NBA has been ruined since the longest, and it wasn't just him. It sucks right now. All right. It's more than just LeBron. But I'll go and say this. The Chiefs, someone said it in the comment, they're getting healthier and healthier at the right moment, and they did what they were supposed to do. And I don't know what's going on with the Steelers, man, but damn it. I think they lost, 3 in a row, 4 in a row? Not a good time for them to be sliding like that. And they're about to lose again against the Bengals this week. So, Steelers, man, picked the wrong time to start sliding.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh. Yeah, like I said, they lost, the last 2 or 3? Looks like they've pretty much given the division to the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
Yeah, the Chiefs are the Chiefs, man. They got the refs on their side. They are a talented team. I mean, I don't know if they're going to make the Super Bowl, though.
The Chiefs?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, they're going to make it. Don't worry about it. I guarantee it.
Oh, you heard it. I'm clipping that.
Does he paint his toenails? Let's move on to another game because it will be interesting to see what the Chiefs do in the playoffs. But we had a first, guys, and we had a first in Houston as the first ever score of 31-2 was a final in the NFL record book.
That was horrible.
This was not a game that anyone expected, and we all here on the panel thought this was going to be a kind of competitive, if not a really competitive game. And talk about a sophomore slump. Was this more of Ravens' dominance or CJ Stroud and the Texans still with injuries and a sophomore slump, just winging it into the postseason in a weak division?
I think Houston's reeling a little bit from the loss to the Chiefs and losing Tank Dell for the season. Stephon Diggs is out for the season. They've been beaten and battered like many teams at this point of the year. But CJ Stroud having that troublesome, sophomore slump, unfortunately. And Baltimore's just a good team. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, they're firing on all cylinders. At the end of the day, I think this is more just Houston not being up to par right now and probably looking like a first-round bust out of the postseason, even though I said they were going to win the division and maybe make it to the divisional round and AFC title game, maybe. But too much has gone on. Learn from this experience and continue building for the future.
When you're a playoff caliber team like that and you only score 2 points from a safety, something's not right, man. Something's not right. And I will say this, they definitely are a one and done team. I think losing Tank Dell like that really does mess up your psyche because with someone like CJ Stroud who is in the sophomore season, you definitely need that help because people are watching you now. They got tape on you. They know how you play. And to lose Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, and all you have is Nico Collins, who just came back from an injury. It's too much. So definitely going to be a one and done season for the Texans, man.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be one and done. I wouldn't be surprised the first game they get their ass kicked. Yeah, I really think losing Tank Dell really affected this team, especially CJ. I mean, you saw him in tears when he went down. I think they're really good buddies. I think he's like a support guy for him out there, Yeah, I just think the Texans are they're just reeling, man. They're not good right now. So
2 points.
2 points, man. Yeah.
Not good.
I really think, not only do you lose Tank Dell, I mean, remember, you lost Diggs earlier in the season, too. So, I mean, the Texans are probably looking at it just the same way as we are. Like, fuck, there goes our goddamn year, man.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's probably a wash for them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you've had a lot of those type of years going back to Matt Schaub days, too, where they were one and done. They were predicted to do a lot and really didn't come through.
Mm-hmm.
So we move on now to Saturday's games, and we'll start it off with Rally Chris's Chargers. The Chargers,
they got to get that
10-6. We talked about at the beginning of the year, getting rid of that dead weight, the running back, the receivers that are always injured. They look much better. They're playing Charger football. They've had their ups and downs, but they steamrolled the Patriots, guys.
It's the Patriots. Come on now. Patriots.
It is the Patriots, but I think you just got to tip your cap off to what Jim Harbaugh has done with this organization from top to bottom, and not just the players on the field, but front office, fans. People are buying into what he is doing, and it has happened very fast, just like he did at Stanford, at San Francisco, at Michigan, all the same things. Justin Herbert, I know, Randy, you have your feelings on Herbert, but for him to be doing at least what he's doing right now with the lack of receiving talent, again, like grade A type receivers, Ladd McConkey's a stud. He's going to be a great inside slot receiver to complement a 1A kind of guy like a Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, guys like that, or even T. Higgins. Chargers are building for the future, and I think you add another piece on offense, another piece on defense, and this is a team 2 years from now, maybe 3, you're going to see consistently battling the Chiefs for first place. I'm not saying you're going to take them in the Super Bowl, but
how much you want to bet Deontay Johnson becomes the Charger this offseason?
He ain't what they need.
What do they need?
They need a little bit of receiver. And knowing Jim Harbaugh, they're not going to go blow a ton of money.
No.
Oh, look, but like Dom said, if you get you somebody like a T. Higgins, that would be somebody they need. I wouldn't get a Devontae.
Cash, though, bro.
T. Higgins wants a bag.
T. Higgins might want the bag, but I don't know. You waive a playoff, you waive that playoff and possible division win. But first of all, they beat the Patriots. Okay, let's not get over our. They beat the Patriots, all right. All you Chargers fans out there, calm down, okay? Yes, you're in the playoff. No one gives a crap. You're gonna be one and done. I will say this: I'll give Harbaugh credit. He did turn this team around. I'll give him tremendous credit. This team looks completely different than they were last year, just with a few pieces missing here and there. Also, Eckler, and you got J.K. Dobbins and stuff, which is a really good addition. You add you a wide receiver, then maybe talk to me. Then, other than that, I'm not going nowhere. Stop it! Oh yeah, let's go.
You need another 30 seconds?
No, I'm good.
No, I'll just use my time to remind you that Rally Chris said, Matt, you said you guarantee the Chargers were going to lose this game. He said he has a clip. He'll send it to you.
I sent it to the group message.
Send it to him. Send it to us all. I'll post it on the freaking Instagram, buddy.
I did say that, but then I realized they're playing the Patriots, and I picked them.
Anyway, no, the Chargers are a good football team. I think they're going to beef up a little more this offseason. We'll see what kind of noise they can make in the playoffs.
Scrappiness works.
Yes, sir.
That is true. So, speaking of T. Higgins, like you guys were talking about earlier, the Bengals and Broncos, I thought, played probably the game of the week. That game was back and forth, had, doinks. It had all kinds of cool offense by both teams, and they win in overtime 30-24 to possibly have a chance to knock the very team they beat out of the postseason. Guys, what do you guys think about the resurgence of the Bengals?
Well, I think the Bengals have had this in them all year. It's been the defense that's been the biggest Achilles heel of this organization, even in the last couple of years when they've gone to the AFC title game. I think if their record was better, Joe Burrow would be in the MVP consideration because
way fucking leading it.
He has single-handedly gotten this team back to where they needed to be to get Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, their running back Chase Brown, their touches, got Gesicki. There's opportunities. But here's the sucky part. Cincinnati's got to go beat Pittsburgh, which I think is completely can't happen.
They will.
They need a second-string Kansas City team to beat the Broncos. You think Kansas City is going to be like, yep, we're going to go battle and beat the Broncos so Cincinnati gets in the playoffs? Hell no. They're going to pick up some people, some jack schmoes off the street to play the game against the Broncos. Tough luck for Cincinnati. But Joe Burrow, non-playoff person, MVP.
Jack Schmo, former Jet player.
Yeah. Matt?
I will give the Bengals.
Oh, let me bust out the 5-minute timer real quick. Hold on.
I did this guy. Real quick. I'm just going to say this. I give the Bengals credit. They fought back. Everyone thought they were going to be completely out of the playoff. They still have a fighting chance if they beat Steelers. They need some help. So I will give them credit. I got to give them tremendous credit. They're playing really good. And I think they will beat the Steelers this week. I don't think they will make the playoffs due to the fact that the Chiefs is the reason that they need the Chiefs to lose. And that ain't happening. See, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's crazy that the Bengals are still even in this. Like, I agree with Don, man. If they were a lot better record-wise, which I think is fucking stupid, man. If you're the best player at your position, you should be recognized. And man,
whether you make the playoff or not.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, man.
MVP, not MVP.
Where would the Bengals be without Joe Burrow? Where would they be without Joe Burrow, dude?
Oh, they would be trash.
Goddamn right. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. He should be the fucking clear-cut MVP. Not even, I don't give a fuck who if you're in the playoff, because tell you what, Cincinnati probably be 0-16 right now without Joe fucking Burrow, dude.
Let me ask you a question. Where would the Bills be without Josh Allen?
Depends on who's the quarterback.
They would not be where they are, and yet they're still in the playoffs.
They probably fucking still win it.
No, they would not be.
Come on, you see the rest of the division?
Joe Burrow.
The Bills will be the Bengals.
Joe Burrow this season, 4,641 passing yards, 42 tutties, 8 interceptions, and a 109.8 QB rating.
Dad.
Oh,
he's pretty good.
Their defense lost them about 2 or 3 games for sure. He had about 35 points, and they gave up 40.
The refs gave Baltimore the win in that Thursday night game.
Yeah, the Bengals need a new defensive coordinator, and yes, the refs have screwed them. By the way, before we move on to the next game, this is a clip that your boy Rally Chris sent me earlier.
Oh my God! And then Rally Chris blowing my phone up. Rally Chris was blowing my phone. What happened, Maddie? I thought the Chargers were going to lose, huh? What happened? I was like, screw you, Rally Chris. This week, watch. You just watch. You just.
Oh, that's fantabulous.
So moving on.
You would have to play that, wouldn't you?
I'm sorry. I had to. He sent it to me. I had to.
And then Mario said, where would the Cowboys be without Dak? Same place. You know what? You're very disrespectful. Okay? All right.
Not disrespectful. You're wrong.
That's a Bears fan piling on. So that's okay. Let's move on to was it a catch or wasn't a catch? Because I'll tell you one thing. That midget stood tall until he threw that ball off the tight end's head. And listen,
right, man.
We talked about this in the chat. I've seen plenty. I know that there's a rule that kind of backs up what happened, but I've seen all catches that touch the ball, the nose, the side, the whatever, touch the ground at all. It was deemed uncatchable and non-catch all year. But the moment the Rams need a fucking play that stands, it stands. It was the big look. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Last thing on this game for me is since 2020, they've wanted the Rams to be something big in the league, and this is another way that they saved them because it would have been a showdown for my Seahawks. And yes, I'm bitter. What do you guys think about that? Catch or no catch?
Todd and I are both bitter because that's within our division. It's the Rams, and we're tired of it. But I agree. Todd, we talked about this. If that was an offensive player, that is an incomplete pass. Correct. I don't care. But if it's a defensive player, it's completion. So I know it's in the rules and there's the finite details, but why are there 2 different rules for pretty much the same exact play?
Thank you.
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't want to bring up a sore of Matt, but let's look at Des Bryant, for example. Let's look at other catch type situations. I'm empathetic in those situations.
Even Megatron.
Only negative I'm going to give to Kyler Murray in that game. You are 4 yards away from McBride. Why the hell are you throwing a 120-mile-an-hour fastball to the head? Soft toss it. He's there. Touchdown. Why are we just like, what are we doing?
The only time he doesn't throw the fucking ball on the ground.
Jesus Christ. That game pissed me off. And to end it that way, just put you right there.
Yep, exactly. I'm with you.
Every time you bring up catches and stuff like that, man, I do think of Des Bryant. I do think of Megatron. If if those are not catches, then nothing else is. So I'm just saying. Yeah, I think McBride. I think that was what I don't even think he had a touchdown. I think one time. Well, he scored a touchdown last
Third
game.
quarter
That was
was
his
first one.
very first touchdown of the season, and that's a shame to me because Kyler did not utilize his tight end at all this year. That was his bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? So for him to throw, a 100-mile heater and stuff like that, he wasted this man's season. And sucks for them. I knew they were going to lose, but I thought this would be a little closer. So tough cookies for you guys, man.
Yeah, that Kyler Murray, man. I mean, just the way he throws, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I mean, if the key was to throw it to the ground, the Cardinals be undefeated, man. I'll tell you what, it's time to move on from him. And I think they just might. And I think, Todd, you're probably going to be upset because I got a feeling that
98 catches for.
I got a feeling the Cardinals might bring in a quarterback that's going to fucking torture your ass. I just got a feeling. All that shit you talk and you down Kyler Murray, you're going to wish Kyler Murray was the quarterback of the Cardinals because I just got
Kyler Murray's a Seahawk.
No.
Ooh,
I can see that happening.
Fucking hilarious.
I can see that happening.
Let's go.
Bring in Gino and trade. They make a trade.
That'd be sick.
Listen,
That'd be sick.
that's when I'm glad they gave him that fat contract because he's always coming up short there, and I always want him to stay short in Arizona. So let's move on from that shit team that couldn't get anything done when it was put right in front of them.
And you were rooting for him too.
I was. Let's talk about a game that James Gonzalez himself is not interested in talking about. That's his 4-12 Raiders going into New Orleans and demolishing the one and only great Ritter for the Saints, as the Saints are a terrible 5-11, Raiders 4-12. Thoughts on this game, guys?
Just what I thought. The Raiders are going to go in, and you saw what the Saints did last week against the Packers and put nothing on the board. And the Raiders are like, sure, we'll go with that. We'll see what happens. The offense is anemic. No Alvin Kamara. No problem for any team opposing the Saints. Really, there's not much you can say from this game. I guess what you can say about the Raiders, and we'll see how James feels about this, their quarterback McConnell ain't bad. I'm not saying he's not the future, but he's not bad. He moves the ball pretty good. He utilizes his weapons. So, for in a season like this, not horrible. Not horrible.
He is not bad. I will give you that. I honestly, I don't know why I picked the Saints to win. It's stupid me. I really thought the Raiders were just going to just tank and just lose and lose and lose. But even still, even against a Saints team, they find a way to win, which is embarrassing because you're trying to tank for Shador, right? Ugh, that hurt me. But yeah, Raiders can't even win right. So I don't know. But yeah, I agree with you. O'Connell is actually pretty solid. He's solid. I'll give him that.
I'll say this: when I decided that this was going to be the tiebreakers points, I didn't see freaking 35 points, man. I honestly was laughing when I picked this. I was figuring, probably 20, 25.
Should have been a tie.
I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
No, I'm kind of in agreement. I kind of wanted to say this earlier about McConnell, like when we were talking about like where the Raiders were, as far as winning these last two games or whatever. You're right. He's not bad. And the key in this NFL, Mario said it earlier in the chat, in the NFL, it's still all about building from the interior on up, dude. Build around the motherfucker. Keep him up off his ass. Get him a couple of playmakers. Get him a fucking running game. Just build around the dude. Give him some solid equipment to work with, man. You'd be surprised, But knowing the fucking Raiders, they'll probably ditch the kid, bring in somebody else, and ruin their fucking career.
But it could be a Raiders thing, too, at the same time, if they don't get their allotment pick in the top 7 of Sanders or Ward, that they're like, okay, we'll go get a free agent quarterback, and we'll have a quarterback battle in camp between McConnell and whoever else, and we'll just ride the ship out.
Yeah, because I don't think they're that far off as an organization, I think, defensively. I think they do, like Randy said, they need a lot of offensive help. They get that in the draft and free agency. it could be something next year.
Biggest factor for them, I think, at the end of the day,
I'll be laughing at that way.
in quarterbacks, Tom Brady being a minority owner could make a big decision.
Yeah, that's true.
Tom Brady can make a decision.
Free avocado ice cream for all the players.
Tom Brady's coming out of retirement.
Yeah, he'll be kissing everybody's son on the sidelines. Colts and Giants.
That game was horrible.
Yeah, we talked about this one a little bit. All I'm going to say about this is I was right. Thank you very much about Richardson. Again, hurt. They had to play the 41-year-old Flacco. And again, the only thing that shocked me is you got the Giants scoring 45 points. What a disappointment.
Drew Lock is a messiah. I don't know what the hell you talking about. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. No. Did not see this game coming. That was the only loss I had this week. Almost had 2 perfectos this season, but
you bastard.
you know, the only thing that the Colts did right in this game was hand the ball to Jonathan Taylor. He ran for over, 140 yards again with multiple touchdowns and things like that. They are a run-first team. They don't believe that. And again, Joe Flacco was the backup this week that came in and got them points. But that defense, man, holy crap. You can't get the Giants below 30 points when your season is on the line. Damn, that was bad. And I think Malik Neighbors is well, not Neighbors. Richardson, Scrub, get it. Malik Neighbors, I think, is probably the best receiver that came out of the
draft?
The first round of the draft, because you could make a competition for McConkey and other things. I would say out of those first 10, first 15 picks, because a lot of wide receivers went first, Neighbors was definitely the best one of the bunch.
Don't you be my neighbor. The Giants shocked the world. I ain't gonna lie. And the Colts did the blueprint. Like you said, give JT the ball. And he did good. He had a couple of touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing, but yet their defense was atrocious. Who gives up 30 points to the Giants? What? Oh, my God. And I agree with Neighbors. Neighbors definitely the best receiver this season, rookie class out of that class. But still, the Colts had one job to do, and that's hold them to a touchdown. You couldn't do that. You deserve everything that comes to you, Colts. You suck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with Todd. I had a little hope for Richardson at the beginning of the season, and it's just completely evaporated. Matter of fact, I'm going to piggyback off what old James said here. Richardson may never be a leader. Exactly. Colts quarterback, he fucking quit on him, dude. What, a couple of weeks ago? We talked about that.
Yep.
Like that right there showed me like this guy's not an NFL guy. He's not a leader. Like if I'm the Colts, man, like I'm just trying to get away from this son bitch whenever I possibly can. Maybe at the end of the contracts. I know quarterbacks are hard to come by, but I tell you what, right now you don't fucking have one. Yeah, I mean maybe you do with Joe Flacco. I don't know.
But you know the difference, like that Colts organization when it was Peyton Manning and all that stuff, how dominant they were, and then funny how the last 5-7 years has really turned it on its ear. Like that's in that division is always so winnable for any of those teams, like Texans, Titans, Jaguars. Like even though those two teams at the moment suck, that division is like the NFC South, always up for grabs no matter who you are.
It blew my mind to find out that the Colts haven't won that division in a decade.
Are you serious?
That's pretty crazy.
Dude. I learned that today. I was like, fuck. That used to be their goddamn division, dude.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah, that's a trip right there.
Goddamn.
Speaking about another bad division, the Buccaneers made a move to get into first place. And this game was close until Todd's prediction came across. When it was 7-7, I said, hey, babe, Panthers are playing pretty good. And then the thing got out of hand. 48-14, Buccaneers demolished the Panthers. What happened?
Why'd you say something? It's your fault.
I don't know. I jinxed it, dude. I just been the king of jinxing.
Todd's kiss of death.
Yes.
No, man. Baker Mayfield, man. That out of his freaking mind. To put up that many points in the running game is coming along with Bucky Irving on that squad. Tampa Bay is going to be winning that division. Clearly, they're going to beat the Saints this week. And I don't know how the playoffs is going to go because, we don't know who the 5 seed is going to be. Tampa Bay is going to get that 4 seed. So, for sure at this point, it's going to be Detroit or Minnesota that's coming to town. Who do you want to play? I don't know, because I don't believe, even if Tampa wins and if the Rams lose, I don't think Tampa Bay can flip the Rams. I don't think they have that tiebreaker, or I'd have to look at the situation. But I think Tampa Bay is going to be stuck with the 4 seed, play somebody from the NFC North, and it's going to be a battle, and I think it's going to be a high offensive showdown in the first round. But Baker, like Joe Burrow, could be in that MVP consideration if it wasn't for those who are in consideration.
Yeah, I mean, I give Baker credit and the Bucs credit. I picked the Falcons to win that division, and they let me down. There's no way the Bucs is going to lose this division. It's in their hands, and they got to play the Saints next week. They clinched it. Congratulations to the Bucs. Baker has been playing extremely well since he's gotten to Tampa Bay. So he found his home. He's playing really great. Give them credit. Congratulations, Bucs, on your division win.
Yeah, remember a few weeks ago we were trying to figure out the Falcons had a path to the playoffs. Well, we got our answer. Now the Buccaneers, man, it was kind of one of I think I'm pretty sure I had them winning the division in our kickoff show at the beginning of the year. Pretty sure. I mean, I like the moves that they made. Keeping Baker, giving Evans the deal. They got good Godwin over there. But I will agree with Mario right here. The Bucs are schizophrenics, man. One week, they could come out, score 45 on your ass, and the next week lose fucking 30-15 or 16. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like you never know what kind of Bucs team you're gonna get. But I'm just, again, like I'll piggyback off what Dom said. Like kudos to Baker Mayfield, man. He's found his home. Tampa Bay fans love him. He loves being there. It's the perfect match. They play to his strengths. And, hopefully the Bucs can go far in the playoffs. I like to see him make a little noise. I like Baker Mayfield. He's a good kid, man.
I will say this. I just went through the playoff generator on ESPN. If Tampa Bay wins and beats the Saints and Todd's Seahawks defeat Sean McVay, Tampa gets the 3 seed, Rams drop to the 4. They own the strength of schedule and strength
Sorry,
of victory.
Enjoy the 4th seed.
Well, enjoy the 4th seed.
Man, hey, there's something to play for, unfortunately, for the Rams. So, Sean McVay's not going to let that go. But in a situation like that, you would have Tampa Bay hosting the Commanders, which I think would still be a highly entertaining game. Daniels and Mayfield. And if the Rams fall to the 4th seed, it could be them against Minnesota in a rematch from that Monday night game when Sam Darnold lost his neck almost, and or Detroit and the Rams for the 3rd time in a row.
Damn.
So for entertainment purposes, go Hawks, go Bucks. I'm just saying for entertainment purposes, let's shake it up.
I don't think it'll happen. My prediction is if Minnesota goes to Tampa, give me Tampa. I think Tampa. Yeah, I think Tampa does it.
Sam Darnold on the road in the playoffs. No. Give me Tampa. Fuck yeah. Sam Darnold ain't ready for no road heroics.
Y'all been so disrespectful to Minnesota all year.
No, Tampa would be home. Tampa would be home taking on Minnesota. Yeah. So I like Tampa even better. Now let's stop talking about teams that are in the playoffs. Let's talk about 2 teams battling for draft position. And this was the Jaguars hosting the Titans in a titillating division game where the Jaguars held on with Mac Jones over who's the guy with the
Rudolph.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph. So
Rudolph.
If you have Mac Jones or Mason Rudolph on your fantasy team, you enjoyed this game 20-13 as the Jaguars win the battle for the 4th win as they get the 4th win, and the Jaguars or Titans fall to 3-13.
Well, I don't know what Randy's pick was, but I'm the only one that took the Jacksonville team out of the 3 of us. So, Randy, what did you pick in that game?
Yeah, I got fuck you, Tennessee.
Let's go, the only win. But man, hey,
whatever.
I will say, Brian Thomas Jr., that wide receiver, secret low-level stud. I don't know. Is Trevor Lawrence? He'll probably be back to the starting quarterback next year. Is that going to change Thomas and that whole situation there? Doug Peterson's probably going to go. And we were talking about this before they went to London. Oh, is he going to even make the flight back? And he's still here at this point. Again, why were you going to make a coaching change with Trevor Lawrence getting hurt and all that stuff. Speaking of an organization that has a long off season ahead of them, Jacksonville, you're on the clock.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This was just one of those games where I didn't really care who won, and unfortunately, I picked the worst team in the Titans. I just thought because there was no Trevor Lawrence, man, the Jaguars were gonna lose, but it didn't happen. I thought the Titans was gonna take advantage and run all over them. Didn't happen. It was so bad, I forgot I picked the Titans. So, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I thought I picked the Jaguars, so I was like happy. And then I realized, shoot, I picked the Titans. God damn it.
What a breakdown of that game. I gotta follow that up, Randy.
Hey, it was no need to a breakdown.
It was titillizing.
I don't know. The fucking Jaguars, man. Like, really? Like, of course Dom picks them.
Of all people, it's Dom.
Yeah, dude. Like,
ain't nothing to say.
I'm gonna shut up for 10 more fucking seconds.
Hey, ain't nothing much to say, man.
There's not. Both teams fucking suck. Jaguars.
Mac Jones, baby. Mac Jones.
That's the really, you lost to Mac fucking Jones.
Yeah,
Mac freaking Jones.
Speaking of, let's move on to the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
Where's the
Miami Dolphins to victory, 8-8 under the coach who loves watching BET. They win 20-3.
I wasn't ready for that one.
Cleveland on their 7th quarterback.
He's black, man. He's the lightest black man I've ever seen. I tell you.
Oh man.
Anyway, 20-3 is your final. Dolphins hammer the Browns. Browns lose again. Not much to talk about in this one
at all.
Honestly, I thought Cleveland would upset them, even though I picked the Dolphins thinking Tua was going to play. And then once you figured out Tua was out, I'm like, oh, this could be interesting. But Huntley did the job. He fed Tyreek Hill. He got his yardage. Kind of one of the few games this year Tyreek's actually had stats to back up what he normally does in the past. But yeah, I've never seen a coach, a white guy, want to be black so hard and wear his like capri, like high ankle water pants with his Rolex on and gold like rim glasses. Like most coaches are just doing whatever. And this guy's like trying to be fit for like GQ and stuff. Like, you are white as hell. And I can say that because, hello, white as hell.
He's a vanilla ice.
That man living a life in Miami. Dom, what you talking about?
Wow, it's a little cringy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, dude, you were a Niner. Like when he was a Niner wide receiver coach, he was a white boy being white. And then all of a sudden he goes to Miami. It's like, are you like with James Harden at the strip club with chicken wings?
That weather,
like,
man. It's that weather, dog. He out there with them. You know? I will say this. I'm not even gonna lie. I still can't believe he's considered black. Like when I found out that they were saying about him, the first minority coach, head coach, and blah blah blah, I'm like, who? He's not black. Like, he don't look black. I mean, he might be somewhere. But anyways, good win for the Dolphins. Good win for the Dolphins. I mean, it's the Browns. Who cares? No one cares.
Carpet matches the drapes, I guess, for some people.
Oh.
You know what?
Bro, I'm blacker than that motherfucker. Seriously, though, like, it's all I gotta say about this for the Dolphins. It's gonna be one of those games where that stupid fucking fan base is gonna be split. Oh, Todd Huntley should be the starter. No, Tua. It's just, they're all a bunch of fucking morons. I'm done. Next.
You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Let's move on to the Packers and Vikings. This one was a blowout until the fourth quarter. Down 17 with 7 minutes to go. The Packers got it down and got the Vikings within a stop of getting the ball back, only down 2. But in this game, what do the Vikings do? Play action pass, bootleg stuff. You mean all game you've been seeing it, and then the one drive you need to stop it, they couldn't. And, of course, they screw over my Seahawks by not getting a stop. So I'll tie my Seahawks in there. What do you guys think of the Vikings, again, winning at home, 8-1, 14-2?
As much as the NFC North is a very strong division outside of the Bears. Detroit, don't trust their defense right now. Giving up too many points going into the postseason. The Packers, I'm not in love with their offense, minus Josh Jacobs. He's been a stud. I don't think Jordan Love is all that this season after everybody thought he was an MVP candidate. Number 3, Minnesota, they're a good team. Unless they have a massive lead, they get cocky, and that could bite you in the ass going into the postseason. So each team has their own struggle. I think this game, Minnesota is a completely different team at home than they are on the road. So if Minnesota gets the 5 seed, Minnesota gets the 5 seed, I don't see them making it too deep in the postseason. They get the 1 seed and have that home field advantage, they become a little more dangerous again. They're indoor, they're an indoor squad, and it has that aura about them.
You guys got to put some respect on that Minnesota Vikings and that Sam Darnold. You hear me? I'm saying that they was up 27-10 at one point. You can't even knock it. Randy, stop shaking your head and listen to me, okay? You've been smacking on Sam Darnold all season. And
the ultimate game manager.
Hey, man, he's showing y'all he's that guy, okay? Stop shitting on him, Randy, and give that man credit. Give me Minnesota, baby. I love it. You give him the credit, Randy. Stop shitting on him because he was a former Jets.
Listen,
let's hear it.
I don't like injuries, and I hope injuries happen. I just hope somehow Justin Jefferson finds a way to not play in the playoffs so y'all can see Sam Darnold for what he really is. He'll stink up the fucking joint. Probably have like 5 interceptions without JJ out there. Like, you know what? Like, I'm not buying it. Like I said, I could fucking throw 40 touchdown passes with Justin Jefferson as my fucking wide receiver. I just toss it up all game. I'll play action pass, like Todd said. Easy.
3 touchdown passes.
What is this fucking mad? What am I, Willie
3
Johnson?
touchdown passes, Randy.
Hey, I can't say it. My 30 seconds is up. I got nothing else to say.
Vikings beat the Packers. We'll move on. That was a good game. The Vikings sweep the Packers this year. Now moving on to the Sunday night game, it was a good one as well. But I think, look, the Commanders played good for a while there in the second half, but I think a lot of it, in my opinion, was the Falcons getting away from their bread and butter on offense. And then what the hell were they calling on defense, guys? You literally were shutting down his wide receivers all game, yet you don't spy on him in the second half and just let Daniels run free?
No, man, I think – we've been talking about the Commanders have been one of the great stories of this season, winning and making it to the postseason, double-digit win total, and Daniels having an Offensive Rookie of the Year campaign, no doubt about it. He is the guy. I think I was very surprised by Michael Penix Jr. I think he did a very good job in his second start, and I could see why Atlanta drafted him. Again, very, very small sample size, but I get it. Kirk Cousins going to be out. Penix, give him the full offseason with the playbook and continue to build that organization. Commanders are just the better team, but defensively and the way they coach the end of the game with lack of use of timeouts and situational, it just shows they have a rookie coach and a team that isn't used to being in big games like that over the last 5 or so years.
Correct.
Inexperience. That's the word.
Yeah, I mean, Falcons had a shot, man. They could have kept their foot on the gas, this would be a different ball game and they would be winning the division. But you got to give credit to the Commanders, man. Jaden Daniels did his thing. Coaching definitely was the key in this game. So got to give the Commanders credit. They're playing really good football the last couple of games. They beat the Eagles last week and now they beat the Falcons in a close game, won in overtime. So you got to give them credit, man. Go Commanders. There you go. Go Commanders. Okay. Yeah. I want them to do some damage, not them goddamn Eagles. No, go Commanders.
I guarantee you if they were still called the Redskins, he wouldn't have just said that. I guarantee.
Well, first of all,
see?
right. Okay.
He could be like the Dolphins coach McDaniel. He could be 1/16 Native American.
Yeah, I am actually.
There you go. He is allowed to say it, folks.
Easy there, Elizabeth Warren.
I'm my great grandma.
No. Oh, man. Falcons, right? Yeah, no, James said it, 24 seconds lost, bad time management, horrible fucking coaching. If I'm the fucking the GM of the Falcons, I'm going to Arthur Blank saying, don't ever fucking question me on draft day again, bitch. Penix Jr. is a bad motherfucker, dude. I think he's going to be good. Him and Jaden Daniels, a couple of young, good-ass quarterbacks in this league, dude. I don't know what the Falcons are going to do with old boy and Kirk Cousins. I don't know how they can get out of that contract. Hopefully they got themselves set up, and he'll probably end up at Jet. We'll give him like $400 million to fucking lose like 50 games for us, so whatever.
You're right, though, Randy. Penix did look very accurate in the pocket. Good for a lefty, too.
Yeah.
So we'll see how he develops, but he looks pretty good so far, and we'll see what he does this upcoming week against the Panthers. But before we do that, I got to mention one thing before you recap the records and stuff. Do you think our boy Daniels down there in Miami is jealous of Brian Flores, who is Honduran but looks black? So he wishes, Daniels is white and wishes he was black. Maybe that'll be the big story for next week. But moving on, Randy.
Moving on.
Have we already reached the pick'ems already?
I read the pick'ems already, bro.
I'll be damn. Well, hold on. I'm not even ready. Let me get all set up here.
Dang. He was thinking about how to be black. How to be black.
And how to be black. First of all, that's let me say this real quick. Rally Chris, you know what, Rally Chris? Your Chargers suck, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, Miami's not eliminated yet.
Exactly.
Oh, they will be.
They're not eliminated yet. They like the Bengals, man. They got a little hope. A little hope.
No, they don't.
I swear to God, man. Whoever played the Chargers, I'm rooting for them. I guarantee it. I'm rooting for them.
God, I can't wait till we get to that pick. That's gonna be fun.
I can't wait.
I heard it's the Eagles versus Chargers this week.
You know what? Why you not putting me in a predicament like that?
He just got his kryptonite.
Speaking of positions, 14-2, Sonia goes first place for the viewers. Matt coming in at second place, aka Grill Master, 13-3. Somehow he thinks if he'd have made one extra pick, he would have won. No, brother, you still lost by tiebreaker points. Sorry to break it to you. Mario in third place on tiebreakers, 12-4. Dropping Mateo into fourth at 12-4, and Rob coming up the rear like me this week at 11-5. Overall, 168-74 for Sonia, 134-60 for Mateo, 132-61 for the Bears fan, 104-45 for Rob, and 76-28 for the Master of Grills. Over to the host, Mr. Dominator. Almost another perfect week. Another fucking win. Fuck you. 15-1. Matt, 12-4.
You're welcome.
Todd, 12-4. And 11-5, which probably would have won most weeks. I'm a jack off, like Todd says. Overall, Dom 183-72, Matt 165-90, Randy, that's me, 157-98, and Todd 155 and a century mark.
Come on now.
I'm getting ready to start dancing.
Come on, let's go. Got to end the year off in the right way. Let's go.
Enough rootin' tootin' right there. Let's move on to these picks, fellas, because we are going to flip the script on the new year. I'm sorry that the Seahawks and Bears left a bad taste in your mouth for the final Thursday night game, because there's no Thursday night game this rest of the season. So we're going to move straight to two Saturday games. We're going to move to January 4th on 1:30 p.m. local here and 4:30 Eastern on ESPN ABC. 32 degrees in Baltimore. $58 is the lowest ticket there for which should be a rivalry game. It's not close to it. It's Cleveland at Baltimore. Cleveland 3-13. Ravens 11-5, looking to lock up that division. The Ravens are a slight favorite at 18.5 points. 41.5 is your total points to be scored. Let me get that 30 seconds.
That's 20. You ain't getting no 30 seconds.
I don't get 20. I'll say this. The Ravens are going to blow them out. I think they score almost all of those 41 points. I mean, at this point, how do you pick the Browns? I mean, that's my only question. That's it.
That's it. All right. Great. Fantastic. Look at that. Yeah. How do you pick the Browns? I am going to pick the Browns to get dismantled in this game.
Oh, so easy. They're
You're
mad.
doing like I do.
Easily. No, I think in this case scenario, the Ravens still have something to play for. They'll probably win 30-something. Browns will be lucky to get in the double digits. Browns did beat the Ravens the first time around in Cleveland, so the Ravens spanking that ass.
Ooh.
Randy, I do not need 20 seconds here, okay? You can take the last 10 seconds. Give me the Ravens easily.
Wow.
Wow.
No, yeah, I don't need any time. Yeah, Ravens by a whole fucking 55.
Yeah, this is going to be a blowout, guys.
Take the over
Yes.
on the Ravens.
Game 2 of the rivalry weekend. Also, in participants are from the Central, the AFC Central. That's the Bengals and Steelers. All of a sudden, this game has juice. The Steelers are reeling. The Bengals are hot. But can the Bengals generate some sort of defense to keep them in it? They're going to need it. Vegas seems to think they will, guys.
I know.
24 degrees and cloudy. $64 is your cheapest ticket. Vegas says Bengals by 1.5. Total points in this one, 48.5. Give me that 20 seconds. I'm going to go with Vegas on this one. There's something in the water on this one, and it might be the bleeding tampon of Russell Wilson in the water. I think the Steelers are going to embarrass themselves in this one. I think the Bengals rout them.
Ooh.
Route. He's the route.
Route.
I sure
No, man. I'm going to go in lines of Vegas as well. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals in this game. The hotter team is coming into this game. No matter what happens to Pittsburgh, they're still in the postseason, regardless if they win the division. And they're going to know before kickoff if Baltimore won. And they're probably sitting there saying they're going to beat the Browns. So for them, it could just be we're going to play the starters in the first half and see what happens because the NFL script wants the Bengals to win. So you tune in on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL definitely want the Bengals to win, and I think the Bengals will win. It will definitely be a close one because I don't know. Steelers, I don't think they're going to lose that bad, and they might even try to disrupt the NFL's glory by beating the Bengals. But no, I think the Bengals a field goal win.
Okay.
No, I'm going to go with you fellas. I'm sticking with the Bengals on this one. I think, man, the Steelers are just reeling right now. Like I said, they've lost, last 2-3 straight? You know what? Get ready for it to be 4, man. I think it's just going to be one of those years where they started off good and they're going to end cold, man. Honestly, I think Burrow's going to go off 3 or 4 touchdowns, but I think the Bengals win by at least 10. At least 10.
Oh,
by 10?
Yeah, baby.
So, okay, clean sweep right there with the Bengals. That moves us on to our first Sunday game. And the question is, do the Buccaneers lose, and does this game mean anything for the Falcons, or do the Falcons play and the Panthers spoil it? Tickets going as low as $33. Atlanta's 8-point favorite at home. 47.5 is your total points. Give me 10 seconds on this one. I like Penix to continue his good play in this game, or so far in the season, and I think he elevates the Falcons yet to another victory, but I don't think it's enough to get him in the postseason.
Yeah, I'll take Atlanta in this game. Penix, they'll continue doing what they're doing over the last couple weeks. With Carolina not having Chuba Hubbard, they're pretty much a one-dimensional team, offense only with Bryce Young passing. Too much to handle for that organization right now. Carolina might give them a fight in the first half, but it goes away, and Atlanta's going to come up just short because they just ain't going to win the division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got Penix winning it for the Falcons. Yeah, like you said, no Chuba Hubbard. They ain't doing nothing for the Panthers. They just going to lose the next game. So, yeah, give me the Falcons to win it. I say by 14 points.
Yeah, I like that. Give me the Falcons by 12 to 14. Penix is just Yeah, this is going to be his game right here.
This is going to be a definitely get me right game for Penix.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll move us on to a former rivalry game right here. This used to be between the old Western foes of the Cowboys and Redskins. It's not even the Cowboys and Guardians, fellas. It's Cowboys and Commanders. It just doesn't have that feel to it. And because the Cowboys don't have their six-shooter out there and Dak Prescott, they just have the Ewok playing part-time. Washington is a 3.5-point favorite. Tickets going as low as $17 thanks to that 2-6 record at home. Give me 10 seconds on this one.
2-6.
2-6. Jaden Daniels. He's a quarterback for the Guardians, and he's pretty good. And the Cowboys.
Would you get to your pick, man? What you doing, man? Waste this time, man.
I'm saying is you could put a lot of money in that Salvation Army bucket and not get a W for the Cowboys. Go Guardians.
No, hey,
Disrespectful too, man.
the Commanders can't go any higher than the 6th seed at this point based on their record. But would you rather stay in the 6th seed and play the Rams or the Bucks, or drop to the 7th seed and have to go to divisional rival Philadelphia? It'd be fun. Philly wants redemption, and I don't think the Commanders want that right now. They get the win. Beat the Cowboys, end on an L.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you guys are so disrespectful. And I know you were waiting for me to make my pick. God damn it. I'm going to be 100. Don't be laughing, Randy. Let me get to this. I'm going to be 100 with you. I'm going to be 100 with you. The Commanders ain't got nothing to win for. They're already in the playoff. We're going to play the role of the spoiler and beat the Commanders. Give me the Cowboys, baby. You know I'm going to go in my last game picking my team, baby. What's up? Randy, you bringing it in? You bringing it in?
I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. Yeah, fucking right. You kidding me? Even if the Commanders didn't start their fucking starters in this game, they'd still beat the Cowboys by at least 2 touchdowns.
You know what, man?
Goddamn Commanders, baby.
Come on, Randy got his Commanders jersey hanging somewhere.
Oh, you know it. Todd already sent it.
That moves us on to another game on Fox. Tickets going as low as only $106. That seems cheap to me. In Green Bay, 17 degrees, 17 degrees and a chance of snow. They are hosting the Bears, who are looking to stay perfect on the road as they are 0-7, looking to go 0-8. They have lost 10 games in a row under the tutelage of Caleb Williams. Hopefully they're losing their 11th straight. The Bears at Packers used to be something to watch, not no more. Mario called it right away. I'm going to go with Mario. Give me the Packers.
Yeah, Packers. Bears are going to have a big losing streak to end this year. And long off season for Chi-Town.
Why y'all disrespecting the Bears like that? Not even putting 20 seconds for none of y'all.
They've lost 10 straight since the Hail Mary.
Give me the Bears. They'll lose. Give me the Packers.
I'm about to say.
God.
Bears already lost twice in the 20 seconds we spent here talking.
Hey, how's it going?
The Packers are going to kick their ass. What do the Bears call the Packers? Daddy? Give me the Green Bay Daddies, baby. Come on.
You know,
by at least 21. At least 21.
Damn.
Yeah.
The Packers, if they have something to play for. Would you rather be a 7 seed or a 6 seed?
What you gonna do with them, Mario?
It's gonna be ugly. It is gonna be.
You know what?
Ugly.
The Eagles ain't that scary of a team. Come on now. Why are people afraid to play the Eagles? Come on now.
I think the Commanders are more scared to play them in the first round than the Packers.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They just beat them.
Yeah, and that's called why their Eagles are chomping at the bit and wanting the Commanders because they want to spank that ass.
Ooh, yeah,
man.
Hey,
pay-per-view, baby.
To quote the great Samuel L. Jackson, guys, hold on to your butts for these next 2 games.
He going to Jurassic Park with that.
Yes, I am, because we are going to visit the AFC South. If you can't get enough of that, we have 2 divisional games to close out that high-intensified division. With first off, the Texans going into touchdown Titans. And believe it or not, people, tickets going as low as
Delusional, man.
tickets going as low as $5 in Tennessee.
I'd go. I'd go.
43 degrees and cloudy. And get this, Vegas has Tennessee a 1-point favorite.
What?
Yes. I'm going to go with the underdog on this one. I don't need 20 seconds. Give me the Texans.
You guys
Yeah, give me the underdog. They need a get right game, and I think CJ Stroud can make it happen. Even though Tennessee beat them the first time in Houston, again, it's those divisional games with little redemption. Give me Houston.
First of all, if Vegas got the Titans, something must be up. I'm not picking them, though, but I'm going to pick the Texans. Something must be up, though.
I'll tell you, they want the script says we must be entertained in a shitty Week 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's the final fucking week of the season. Vegas knows something. I'm a fucking jack off, like it says. Give me the fucking Titans.
Randy.
What?
You really picking the Titans?
Yeah.
Remember them. Remember
I
them.
will. My show next week. I'm going undefeated.
Oh.
He's going to go undefeated and celebrate with a jar of mayonnaise.
Oh, nasty.
Damn.
Let's move to a game that is slightly better. In Indy, the tickets are going as low as $14. The Colts with Joe Flacco will host Matt Jones and the 4-12 Jags. Indy is a 5.5-point favorite. Total points in this one, 45.5. Colts, that's who I'm going with.
Not to say it like you're taking a dump, man. Come on, say it with
I'm not too sure about it.
The hole is a little clinched.
This
it
game
was
is
clinched right there, man.
But
game
first time around when Trevor Lawrence was the QB, 37-34 Jacksonville with the win. So again, another divisional game, looking to go opposite. I want to say Indy, but do they quit like they did against the Giants and Brian Thomas Jr. runs all over them again? Fuck it, I have the lead. Go Jacksonville. What's one thing gonna hurt me? I got the number one seed.
You really picking the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Colts?
He could literally pick them all wrong this week and comfortably still win.
100%.
I honestly, after seeing what happened last week, I think most of this Colts team is going to quit. And they're going to have no reason to play.
Joe Flacco playing, though.
Joe Flacco may quit.
Yeah, he ain't lying. Give me the Colts, man. Give me the Colts.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason I'm picking
I didn't pick
the Colts.
the Jaguars, I think, but one time this year, and they let me down. I'm done with it.
I think that's the only reason I'm picking the Colts here is because Flacco's playing. If fucking Richardson was playing, I'm with Dom and the Jags, dude.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Well, those are good picks.
Duval, baby.
There are some of these games that you just don't know who's going to play and who's not going to play. And here's another example of it. Saquon wants that record.
He's going to get it.
Kenny Pickett's going to play because they're going to err on the side of caution. I don't think they could lose or gain too much here in the playoff standings other than 3. The Eagles, how long do they play their starters? They are 13-3. They host the 3-13 Giants. Tickets going as low as $93. Do the Giants pull an upset and win this game? Philly is a 3-point favorite only. 35 degrees and partly cloudy. Give me the Eagles. Barely.
The Eagles are 13-3. They can't go up. They can't go down at this point. They are stuck in the 2 seed. I think they played the starters in the first half, rest everybody in the second half. I think Sirianni's probably going to try to feed Saquon as much as he can to get to that record. But Saquon, being the professional that he is going to say, no, I don't want to do it. But you think you want to do it against the Giants.
Correct.
I think you'd want to. So I'm going to say Barkley gets the record to shove it up the Giants' ass. And give me the Eagles to win the game too.
This is the first time I'm freaking picking the Eagles to win because there's no way I'm picking the Giants to beat the Eagles. There's just no way. And I'm with you. I think Saquon gets the record in the first quarter and gets all 100 yards. I don't know, 100 yards in the first quarter. Guaranteed. You're going to get a touchdown.
Especially after Dickerson made those comments about I don't want to. I'm like, do it now.
He's going to get it out of the way in the first quarter and then sit the whole rest of the game. And then the Eagles.
Shut Dickerson up, dude. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah, give me the.
I mean, The Giants did score 45 points.
Don't worry about what they did last week, man. They're not going to get no 45 points. Come on now.
No, it's going to be the Saquon show. All first half. He'll probably have the 100, the first half. They're going to just feed him. The Eagles will have the game locked up. It'll probably be like fucking 30-0 by halftime. Give me the Eagles.
But Sirianni's going to be petty.
But
I'm sure.
And in front of the home crowd. The home crowd has been booing him all season long. He's going to be like, listen to me. Look what I can do. It's like, No, he's gonna piss off the crowd and do whatever and watch. I don't wish injury, but he's going to be too egotistical and get a starter hurt in chump change time.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see what happens in that game. Interesting as it is, but this one probably isn't going to be interesting because – all they got to do to punch their ticket to get to the playoffs is beat their division rival, the Saints. That is the Buccaneers. They are 13-point favorites at home, 62 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. 43.5 is your total points. Again, I don't need 20 seconds on this one. Baker and the boys should blow these guys out by halftime.
They should, and I think they will. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they know what's at stake. They want that seed, and I think, again, like we talked about earlier, they win and the Rams lose to Seattle, they bump up to the 3 seed and get a little bit better maybe matchup in that case scenario. So give me Tampa, not Atlanta.
You were thinking about it.
New Orleans has nothing to show for. I doubt they play Alvin Kamara.
Got that beignets though. I'll give you that. Oh, they're gonna eat them beignets.
There'll be white powder coming from somewhere.
White powder coming from and they ain't from their nose, boy. I'll tell you that. Look at here, man. The Bucs is going to win. There's no question about it. All right, they're going to win the division, like I said earlier. Congratulations to the Bucs. Ready? Take the last 10 seconds because we know who you're picking. Let's go.
Yeah, Bucs all the way. The Saints. They're going to be reeling from that ass kicking the Raiders just fucking game this past week. So yeah, Baker Mayfield and the Bucs. Come on, man.
That'll move us on to the Chiefs and Broncos. From all apparent reasons and from what we've seen so far, it looks like the Chiefs are going to rest all their starters. They got nothing to play for. First round bye. The refs helped them out. They will get the MVP and the captain on their chest logo.
Are they resting the refs?
Yeah, the refs.
Why you gotta go there and be so disrespectful and say something like that publicly? God damn it!
Somehow this week there might be like a referee labor union strike, and they'll have the backup refs come in.
Yeah, dude,
I can't believe all you guys think that the Chiefs are using referees to get wins, man. Don't be looking at the sky for answers, Todd. What's wrong with you? Don't be doing that.
Anyways, the Broncos are 9.5-point favorites, 40 degrees and sunny there in Denver.
Broncos are 9.5 favorite?
Yeah, they're 9.5-point favorites.
Ooh.
So Broncos for me.
Like I said earlier, Bengals need to win and the Broncos need to lose. And if the Bengals hold up their end of the bargain, the Chiefs are basically going to give them the double bird and say, fly Broncos fly. Like they don't, you think they really want to see potentially Joe Burrow in the divisional or AFC title round with the way he's playing? Hell no. Chiefs are going to take this one up the ass, and the Broncos are going to win.
Ooh.
Come on, Travis Kelce's going to be getting some karma from his girlfriend because he's going to be up in a suite.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
He'll be getting mile high in the Mile High City.
Run this back. Hey, where my 20 seconds at, man? Where my 20 seconds? There you go. Look, man, I hear you, Dom, and I hear you, Todd. The Chiefs ain't about to lose. No, man, no. Give me the Chiefs to win this one. I think they wrap the Bengals, and they say, bring it on. I don't care who's playing because that defense sucks. Give me the Chiefs.
Ain't no way you believe those words you just said. What? Oh, come on. They're resting all their fucking starters, man.
What that mean?
In the words of freaking Patrick Mahomes, they're not there. Listen, it's the Broncos. I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos win this game by 9+ points, man. So yeah, give me the freaking horse.
They just ain't always right.
If they want to be, they will be.
Come on, Kermit the Frog does not want to see Big Dick Joe Burrow. Come on.
Woo!
Come on.
Swinging balls, baby.
He does not want to see Stogie blowing at LSU Joe Burrow in the playoff game because Patrick Mahomes is going to be like, I'm here. Like, no, he ain't
Yes.
going to want that. Please, he'll fake an injury and then be a hero when he magically heals, in the locker room. Please.
Exactly what Rally Chris said. Carson Wentz is going to be the quarterback for the Chiefs. They're going to get it done. Don't be shaking your head right there, Todd. Don't.
Let's just keep it in the AFC West. Let's move on to the.
Carson Wentz was still in the league, dude.
Yeah,
Don't be so disrespectful, okay? All right, don't do that.
I'm saying 100.
Hey, no, this one's for Maddie. Carson Wentz, yes, he's in the league. Super Bowl champion with the Eagles, Carson Wentz. Oh, did I say Eagles? I'm sorry.
He has more titles than that.
Okay?
And probably would be the best quarterback on a Dallas team.
I'll take him right now.
Who knew that Carson Wentz would have more titles
I'll take him.
than Dak Prescott and Tony Romo put together? Let's move on to Chargers at Raiders.
Push it out, baby.
That's the toilet bowl king talking right there.
$65 is your cheapest ticket. That's the cheapest Raider ticket all year, believe it or not.
Really?
Raiders are 4-12. They are 5.5-point favorites in this game.
Give you the 20 seconds.
Yeah, give me the 20 seconds because I do believe the Chargers don't have anything to play for, right, Dom?
No, they could. If
They could.
they could raise up and go to a 5 seed if Pittsburgh. There is a seeding situation with the Chargers.
But that game would be over. I'm gonna take a chance because I'm actually thinking the Raiders might beat them. But I'll give me the Chargers since they do have something to play for. I felt, and I know Harbaugh's very greedy, so he's not one of these guys that's like, oh, I don't care where he's seed as long as we're in the playoffs. He wants to get high as he can.
He cares.
Yeah, he cares big time. So I'll go with the Chargers just for the Harbaugh effect.
Yeah, in this case scenario, looking at the simulator right now, Bengals beat Steelers on Saturday, and the Chargers beat the Raiders on Sunday. Chargers move to the 5th seed and go to Houston.
Yeah, they'd want that.
Oh, yeah.
But again, if Pittsburgh wins in that case scenario and the Chargers win, Chargers stay at the 6 and go to Baltimore. So it will depend on Saturday. Either way, I think you want to ride well into the postseason. Give me the Chargers over the Raiders. Raiders make it competitive, though.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Give me the 20 seconds, Randy. See, what I'm saying? It's a little rivalry I got going on here with these goddamn Chargers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to sit here and say that in my heart, I feel like the Chargers will win. But I ain't picking them goddamn Chargers. Give me the Raiders to win the upset. Give it to me.
Can we have a bet? I want to bet here. If the Chargers win, since Maddie's picking the Raiders, can Maddie do the whole Raiders silver and black paint?
Ain't happening. Yeah, you can clip this one, Rally Chris. Give me the Raiders and the upset on this one.
Let me clip it.
You really picking the Raiders?
Huh?
You really picking the Raiders?
You're picking the Raiders, man. I'm sticking to my guns, dog.
Maybe maybe I might get second place. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Rally Chris here. I think the Chargers are gonna fucking blow them out, man.
No,
I really do. Give me the Chargers by 20.
Ooh.
Hey, Raiders got nothing to lose. The last time these two teams met, there was an all-out brawl in the 4th quarter in the end zone. Yeah.
I need a translator.
Where's closed captioning? Where's the closed captioning?
Wait, I got this one.
You guys. And then Rally Chris blowing my phone up. Rally Chris was blowing my phone. What happened, Maddie? I thought the Chargers were going to lose, huh? What happened? I'm like, screw you, Rally Chris. I'm going to see this week. Watch. You just watch. You ain't got to keep playing that clip, okay? All right? That's 2 weeks old, man. That's 2 weeks. We talking about it now.
Hey, he picked against the Chargers. That's an automatic win for him. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So let's move on to my shit team that can play some sort of whatever. I don't care at this point. I gave my tickets for this one. This is the first one I'm missing as the Seahawks take on the Rams in SoFi. Should have been for the division, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. $43. I told you guys that Giants loss early in the season was going to kill us. And yes, it sure as hell did. despite all that, we're 3.5 point favorites. I don't get that for shit. I'm taking the Rams.
Even though Seattle's got nothing to play for, Todd, do you think they play regulars?
You should not pick the Rams.
I think the Rams will play regulars in this game.
No, Seattle. Do Seattle play regulars?
Yeah, they're going to play regulars.
Okay. I'd say this. You're going to know what Tampa Bay does in the early morning hours. They win and the Rams lose. Tampa moves up a seed. You know what? I got a lead. I'm bitter. Go Hawks. Fuck Rams. Fuck Rams house.
Yeah, it's our house. No, actually, it's your house. You guys take that place over.
It's anybody's house. They're all talking last week. Oh, the Rams have 90% of the tickets. Yeah, because they're freaking winning and they're going to win a division. What did you think the first week of the season? What are the Rams? I don't know what that is. Come on.
Dude, they act like the Cardinals actually travel with their fans. They don't even have fans.
They found the 8 Cardinals fans on the NFL Network and just zoomed in on the same people the whole game. It was like 3 skinny-ass white people like, I think we'll go win. Like, come on. Jesus.
Are y'all finished?
No. We are bitter NFC West people. We are
Y'all got like 2 bitter couples.
Screw Sean McVay. No.
Oh,
Fuck
man.
that guy.
Hey, I'm picking the Rams. That's all I need.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the Rams.
Yeah, screw you guys.
Yeah,
So let's
we're
move on.
better. We're better.
Let's move on to let's move on to Randy's game where the Jets. This team, I'll say it before, I'll say it again. That I picked them to win this division, and they are staring at 4-12 with a 40-year-old quarterback, 2-5 on the road or 2-6, whatever. Dolphins are 500. Tickets going as low as $21. This one's a pick 'em, fellas, in New York.
Really?
38 degrees.
Really? A pick 'em?
Just because I started it, goddamn, I'm finishing. Go Jets!
Oh, Jesus.
Give me the Jets.
You know, the Dolphins have something to play for. I think if Cincinnati wins, I think Miami's done. I'm not sure that situational thing. I don't see Aaron Rodgers finishing this game. I think he's bouncing by halftime and Tyrod Taylor goes in. And the Jets play decent with Tyrod Taylor. Tua's going to play. Hopefully he stays healthy. Dolphins, barely. But, hey, Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, they'll get that 500 touchdown together.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You know who I would have picked if the Jets still if the Jets still had Sam Darnold, guaranteed I'd have picked them. Yeah. Don't shake your head, man.
Oh, then you must not have watched his fucking career here if you had still
Hey,
picked
I
him.
watched every little bit of it.
Someone is smoking the good stuff.
I'm smoking that Dolphin pack right now. You know what I'm saying? Give me the Dolphins.
And you don't want to know what's in those Dolphins pack and what they're shaped like. Oh,
Some
man.
fishy.
Hey, Spermy the whale over there.
I don't need fucking 20 seconds. Miami by like 10, probably.
You're picking Miami?
Yeah, fuck the Jets.
Jeez. You think you picked it after
Have I picked the Jets like what 3 times this year?
After-
Stupid fucking
That's true, you
mistakes.
did. You only
after
picked
all we've been through this season? Randy better not the hell pick the Jets. After all we've been through.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
wants the last game of the season? Just cooking.
No, fucking give me the Dolphins. I need second place.
Hey, exactly, Timor 20. He did beat us. Sam
True.
Darnold did beat us with the dub. Yeah,
Truthfully, I'm picking the Jets because Rex Ryan loves feet. Let's move on to let's move on with the Niners as they will follow the yellow brick road to Arizona and find the midget under the bridge, being Kyler Murray. Murray
Said his name. God damn it, it's a miracle.
Murray and the Cardinals 7-9, Niners 6-10. What a tough season. The double jinx is in full effect. Tickets going as low as $26. There's going to be more Niner fans there. That is going to be another Niner home game.
Yes, it will.
Despite all this, for some reason, Vegas is picking the Cardinals at 2.5-point favorite. Maybe that's because we're going to hear some injury news, but I'll tell you this. If Purdy plays, if Josh Dobbs plays, give me the Niners, bro. I don't need 20 seconds on this one. I think the Niners end the season with a dub over the short one.
I think at this point right now, I'm going to fall in line with Matt and say it's the last game of the season, and I'm going to do my boys proud. Give me the 49ers in this game to beat Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, you know the tradition. He's been following the show. Little injury update on Brock Purdy, just to let y'all know via the Xverse. Kyle Shanahan told reporters after the game Brock Purdy is dealing with a nerve issue in his right elbow, will undergo testing on Tuesday. He was a non-committal on his status for the regular season finale. It is possible Purdy has played his last snap of the season. If so, the Niners would lean to Josh Dobbs. Still, give me the Niners. That's how I need to do it.
The Niners just put Dobbs in a hairy situation. See what I did there?
Hey, he scored a touchdown in 5 plays against Detroit tonight.
I see what you did there, Todd.
Let's do it.
Don't do that.
Hey, dob me up, baby.
Dob me up.
Dob me up. Niners going to be dobbing that shit up on Sunday.
Hey, is that Jada Pinkett Smith or is that Dobbs?
Oh, you better stop it.
You know what, man? You go too far, man. You're going too far, man. You're going too far. Bring it back, Top. You're going too far, man. You're going too far, man. Nah, I thank you for that update, Dom, because I actually was going to pick the Niners till you said that. With that being said, give me the Cardinals for the win from me.
And that's why I'm number 1 in pick'ems. But anyway, go ahead.
You know what?
You know what? Just because Matt picked the Cardinals, give me the Niners.
See, man, I can't compete against 3 white men. I gotta be the only black man on my team. Let's bring it.
Straight mic drop.
Mic drop.
That's it, everybody.
I'm wearing shoe polish next week.
See you in 2025, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Have a good night, guys. That's the end of the show.
We are officially canceled.
If you thought the Jada Pinkett joke was funny, stay for more.
We're holding Matt down, apparently.
Hey, I'm the real black man, okay? Not the guy in the Dolphins. I'm a real
the rest of us are just are McDaniels impersonators.
Exactly. Yeah.
I once wore a do-rag, but that doesn't make
I
me
remember.
black.
I was there. I bought it for you.
I don't kid you. We all behind the scenes we call him Matthew.
Oh man.
He was like, Matt, how the hell do you guys wear this? No, his face turned red and shit.
My scalp was on fire.
Matt, you're in danger. I'm blinking.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the it's not the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. It's the Unhinged Sports Podcast.
Oh man.
We are unhinged.
It's the last week of the season, man. We gotta have some fun.
Bro, Randy, you better clip all these clips because these are gold, man.
100%. 100.
Oh well, we still after all that we still have to talk about the Peacock game of the week.
You missed one. I thought you missed one. We didn't talk about Buffalo and New England.
Oh, we didn't?
Do we need to talk about Buffalo and New England?
Give me Buffalo.
Do we need to? We all gonna pick Buffalo. Everybody in the world gonna pick Buffalo.
I think, hey, best quarterback that day is gonna be Mitchell Trubisky, backup for Buffalo.
Didn't they just fucking play?
He played half the game against the Jets.
And they won.
Man.
Buffalo.
I think we all agree we're all picking Buffalo, right?
Yeah, I'm not picking the fucking Patriots again.
One more shot to the gut for Randy's division. One more.
Jeez.
I can't believe I missed that. So, oh well.
We all pick Buffalo.
Yeah, we knew that. We didn't need it.
We didn't need it.
Let's get back to Peacock game of the week. Man, is it a good one. I don't think there's ever been 2 14-2 teams meeting up in the regular season because that would have been impossible because they only played 16 games prior to this a couple seasons ago. But that is what's going on. 2 14-2 teams. Tickets going as low as $316.
Ooh.
Detroit is a 3-point favorite. And, dude, I think this is the highest total points all season, 57.5. So this one's going to be a good one. Give me 20 seconds on this one. I think what this comes down to, the Vikings have been looking up at Detroit all season long. This is their chance to finally jump them. And I think they're going to continue to look up at the Lions. I think the Lions take care of business in a very last minute touchdown or field goal. Give me the Lions to win the division.
What's your point spread on this one, with this being the tiebreaker?
Are we gonna do this the point spread? All right.
It's the best game of the week. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
I was gonna pick Jacksonville game, but
Give me 62 on this one.
Ooh,
You motherfucker.
God damn.
Yeah. Last time around it was 31-29 Detroit in Minnesota. Like I said before, Detroit's secondary defense is not thrilling me at this moment, and Minnesota, when they get a lead, they're not thrilling me because they get a little cocky. Because of the home field advantage, give me Detroit and Dan Campbell to get the job done. I'm going to go with the grand total final score, 34-31, which gives me a grand total of 65 points.
You're doing that Price is Right picks, goddammit.
I'm just picking a score and then doing the math, folks.
Oh, damn. Okay. I'm picking Minnesota. I've been riding Minnesota all year. Of course, Sam Darnold going to do Sam Darnold, bring it through. Yeah, I got Minnesota winning 28-25. So what is that? 53 points?
53. 53.
Randy, it's all up to you.
I can't wait. I'm going to do this. Picking the fucking Vikings. Give me 60 fucking points.
What?
And I'll end my final 10 seconds with Gino out here looking like look over there.
Give me the juice.
I'll say this. That's one guy who's not getting his bag this year from Seattle. I'll say that right now.
You
Can't believe I picked
Minnesota? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You picked Minnesota?
Yeah, every time I fucking pick against them, they fuck me in the butthole. And next thing you know, I'm sitting on the fucking toilet bowl in fourth place for fucking. I'm done. You know what? They're gonna screw me this week. They're gonna screw me, and that asshole from USC is gonna throw 4 fucking interceptions and lose the game 40-0. Watch. Fuck.
My man said, "I'm done."
I just hope there was no kids listening right now.
Over the last 10 minutes.
Hey, if you're letting your kids listen to this show, you're a piece of shit.
Put the kids to bed.
You got one of them saying, "Oh, get your ass in bed, kid."
Randy's like, and no lube. No lube.
No Vaseline, baby. Ice cube.
Straight butthole, no lube.
So he's picking Minnesota. That's what I'm finally talking about.
Randy's like, Rough Rider Darno.
Hey, Maddie was like, I've been riding them all year. I'm like, you mean them? You mean him?
No.
Him.
First of all, okay.
I am him.
Hey, that's right. Sam Darnold is him.
Maddie likes some white girls.
No, God, no, I don't.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
Don't start this, son. Don't start this, no, Randy. Don't start that. You know why? Because I have my Latina queen. There you go. Bam. That's all I gotta say.
Welcome to Tinder. Welcome to Tinder After Dark.
Huh?
I got a feeling he's like, at night he's like, "Oh, Sammy D.
You know what? You know, all y'all. Randy, I hope you laughing. I hope you're choking back there.
When he just like in his brain, he's like, Sammy D, skull. Skull.
Right, and then in the back right here. Take.
We better get our final thoughts before we start doing stupid shit.
Our final thought is,
before we do stupid shit,
I will say this. This has definitely got the most funniest clips this season. This was a good one, guys. We went out with a bang. I'll give you that one. I hope you guys were you not entertained?
One more time,
you guys. And then Riley blowing my phone up. Riley was blowing my phone. What happened, Maddie? I thought the Chargers were going to lose, huh? What happened? I was like, screw you, Riley, Chris. This week. Watch. You just watch.
Well, I'll say this.
Where Rally Chris at? Rally Chris, dear Rally Chris, you are in me next week. Mano y mano. Come on, Raiders. I've never picked y'all this year. Don't let me down.
Well, my final thoughts on the show is we got one more week left, and we'll definitely know the seeding. We'll get into the postseason talk next week. So we'll have bigger games to talk about. No more of this 3-13 teams going at it. So it should be fun. And gentlemen, it was another great show. Like Teamer 20 said, it's a blast been with you guys all season.
Oh, well, here at the Eliminator couch area, we thank you for your loving and gracious support of our therapy sessions, our depressive talks, and just our uncanny, unfiltered, unhinged podcast. It's great.
You're leaking from where? I will say this. This has been the most exciting football podcast that I've done. Me and Todd's been doing it for a while. This is the first time it was Randy and Dom, all of us together. And I will say this was a treat. So thank you guys for joining in, and thank you guys for watching and listening to us. So we appreciate you guys big time.
Yeah, I'll piggyback off what you guys said. You know, had a lot of fun this season. As shitty as the season's been, you know, especially for people like me, man. Holy shit. No, it's just it's therapy. You know, we come on here, we talk a lot of shit, we have a lot of fun. It's been nice to see the channel slightly grow over this past year. You know, hopefully it continues to grow. But with that being said, we thank everybody for checking us out here on the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. We're live every Tuesday night. I know it's Monday. It's the holidays. We've got to kind of two-step around things right now. But every Tuesday, 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern, on behalf of Todd, Dominic, and Maddie, we'll see y'all down the road. Go Jets.
Happy New Year.
Wrong podcast.
In a world where sports take center stage, 4 voices rise above the noise. Welcome to the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, where raw meets real, honesty has no off-season, and nothing gets sugar-coated. Hosted by Todd, Maddie, Dominic, and Randy. This isn't just another sports talk show. It's your weekly dose of unapologetic truth, gut-busting comedy, and hard-hitting analysis. From recaps to pick'ems, we break down the game like it's 4th and inches. No filters, no excuses. Just sports the way it was meant to be. Buckle up. This is the Unfiltered Sports Podcast.